everyone, Tina here. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm so glad you're joining me for another 5 easy step card tutorial. We're playing with Altenew today, and I have a coupon code for you. Altenew is celebrating their December release. These two new items that we're going to be using on our card today as part of the December release. Altenew sent them to me, and they also sent me an exclusive discount code to send to you. So if you spend $79 or more, you can get $8 off with that code, and I'll link that down below in the description area, so you can save a little crafty cash if you guys want to do a little shopping over at Altenew. The coupon code is only valid from December 13th through the 20th, so just between that time frame is when it's valid, and it's for one-time use only. So, but you can save a little money. The items we're using today are actually all from Altenew. These are the new items, but I'm bringing in some older items from Altenew that I thought were just wonderful and go perfect with a 5-step card. For my focal image, we're going to be using the Garden Cosmos layering die set, and we're going to curl up those petals with our new tool. For my home panel, we're going to be using the picture frame die set. Our greeting, we're going to be using the Label Love sentiment stamp. And then for my background, actually not my background, we're going to be using the pipe floral lace on our home panel. We're going to combine these two for our home panel. So stick around to the end too for that bonus card. It's going to be the same layout, kind of, sorta, but does have a different look. So stick around for the second card too. It's a really pretty one. So let's jump in and get started with step number 1 and create our focal image. Today we're going to be using the Garden Cosmos layering die set. This creates 5 flowers with lots of different leaves. And then it has the keyhole system. The keyhole system makes it really nice because you know exactly what layer goes with what flower, 1, and then 2, you know exactly where to put. You just line up all the keyholes on each of the die cut elements, and then your flower is instantly made. So I thought this was going to be super fun to create with. And we're going to die cut out, let's see what flower we want. I think I want this flower that has the arrow keyhole, which is this one. And we'll cut this out with the yellow. Okay, and then I'm thinking we want this flower here that has like a snowman keyhole. And I think that is this one. But we will cut that one out. And then let's cut out some leaves. Let me bring in some green cardstock here. I may need a bigger piece. No, I think we got this. While I was die cutting, I also die cut out the flower centers. This die will cut out all 4 of the flower centers. You have the keyhole showing you where the flower center goes, and then you have the very top piece. So I cut that out with some white cardstock. I'm going to actually use this as a reference, and we'll put together our first flower. Before we put it together though, I do want to do a little bit of ink blending. These to me kind of are like spring colors, and to bring them into winter, I'm bringing in my brown ink. This is my Simon Says Stamp Positively Saturated Latte ink. It's a very light brown ink, and all I'm going to do is go around all the edges, and you can see it's very light. This is just going to take it from spring and then add a little bit of, it's going to dull it down, I will say. Dull it down and bring it to winter. I don't know if you guys have ever tried adding a little brown to your flowers, but it does changes the season, I would say. Okay, so that's all there is to that. Just a little bit of brown. Okay, and then I do want to add a little detail to my flowers, so I'm going to bring in some markers. For my yellow flower, I have 2 Copic markers. I have YR23 and I have YR27. We'll take the darkest first, and all I'm going to do is on our petals, there's some deboss detail, and I'm just going to follow along the deboss detail with some little flicky motions. I'm not going to do too many, but I do want to add a darker flower center. Like this. Very easy to do. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the lighter yellow. Just basically so we have a darker center. Now with our blue flower, seems to me we're missing a piece. Now with our blue flower, we're going to do, I was missing a piece, I had to bring that in. I had dropped it, but for my blue flower, we're going to be using BG11 and BG72. And we're going to do the same thing we did with this. Just do a couple flicking motions from the flower center. And this doesn't really have to be perfect because they're going to be layered over each other. That's all there is to that. And then I'll do the same thing with our lighter teal. Flowers together with the keyhole system, it's very easy. I'm going to use this as a guide. Okay, so we're going to do the arrow keyhole first, which is this flower. And all I'm going to do to make things easier is take the keyhole and line up all of my flower petals to where the arrow is facing up. It's just going to make it easier to go along. And then following this guide, now I'm going to add a little glue to the flower center. And then I'm going to add my next layer, which would be this one, right over the top, lining up those arrows. It's so easy. Add a little more glue. We'll add our next layer. Looks like this is our next layer. Lovely. And then we'll add a little glue. And then we can add our final layer right over the top. Then we add a little more glue. And then we can add our flower center. And then of course we have the very top piece that will cover up that keyhole. That keyhole and our flower is done. So pretty. Oh wait, and then we have this little piece here. It looks like this little piece goes here on the end. So we will go ahead and add that right on top. And then that flower is all done. Now we still have to curl it, but it took no time at all. We're going to do the same thing with this one. So we have this flower and we have this flower. This one and this one. Now I'm going to bring in our petal shaper and let's go ahead and take this size of the stylus, and all I'm going to do is go over the top and some circle motions. So right now the flower, this looks pretty on its own. You see how they're kind of curling up? I want them to curl concave. So I'm going to flip it over, okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing. And when I do this, those flower petals are going to point downwards. Let me show you. So either way that you like it, you see how they're all kind of going down? So neat. Let's put a foam square behind here. And then that one is good to go. Now I'm going to do the same thing to our blue flower. We'll start with, let's use a smaller stylus for this one. And there we go. Our flowers are all done. Lovely. They look beautiful. So our focal image is all done, and then we have leaves. I do want to mention that in our flower set, there's an extra leaf set here. I went ahead and cut those out. So I have 3 little extra leaves. I'm not sure if I'll use them or not, but it's always good to have more than less. Now, there's circles here to where you would put your flowers. I'm not sure which flower I want with which stem, so we're just going to put the whole focal point to the side and work on step number 2 next, which is creating our home panel. For my home panel today, we're bringing in another die set from Altenew. This is the picture frame die set. This has 2 frame dies and then some greenery. I'm going to take the smaller frame, okay, and I'm going to cut this out with some white cardstock. Okay, we'll cut this out. And then I'm also going to take my embossing folder. This is the piped floral lace embossing folder. I'm going to emboss a piece of vellum. So I have an A2 panel of vellum that we're going to run through our embossing machine. I'll be right back. Look how pretty that is. And this is on vellum. So gorgeous. If you do emboss vellum, make sure you're using a heavyweight vellum. I'm using my Simon Says Stamp White pigment ink, okay? And I'm going to go over those flowers. It's hard to see on my glass mat, but it really does stand out. Pigment ink takes a little bit of time to dry, so you want to make sure it's dry. I did put foam tape behind my frame. What I'm going to do is layer it back here on the corner. Okay, let's trim away the excess here. This will be my home panel. Okay, now we can arrange our flowers here on our home panel. When I add my flowers, I'm not adding the flower to this circle up here. I'm actually lowering it just so one of the petals covers that circle. So you don't have to go exactly where that circle is. That's all there is to this. Okay, we're going to move along to step number 3 and create our greeting. For my greeting today, we're using the Altenew. This is the Label Love Sentiment Stamp Set. This is so neat because it just creates some labels and they're typewritten. And I think I'm going to stamp thank you. We'll make a thank you card. I'm going to use my VersaFine Clear ink and we'll ink up our greeting. I'm going to use my scissors and just trim away. And that is all there is to that. Let's go ahead and add our greeting. I'm going to add it right here over this side. Lovely. Okay, we're going to put this to the side. Now what we're going to do is work on step number 4, which is creating our background. My background is going to be very basic. I have my card base, which is a standard A2 size card base. It's top folding. And then I have a 1 1/4 inch strip of Neenah Desert Storm. It's a craft cardstock. We're going to add some glue behind here. I'm going to layer this. Let's layer this about 1 inch from the left. Let me see before my glue dries how this is going to look. About 1 inch from the left, and that's all we're doing. Just adding that stripe. Okay, we're going to take our home panel. I'm going to flip it over. We're going to put some glue behind here, and we're just going to layer this right in the center of our card base. That is all there is to that. We're going to move along to step number 5, which means it's time to embellish. I tied a double bow using some natural twine and just using a glue dot. I'm going to secure it just below my greeting. And then we're going to embellish with a few gems. These are almost clear. They're really pretty. Okay, I'm just going to funnel these back. And then I'm also going to take a black Sharpie. Since we have a greeting that's black, I like to add some polka dots to my flower centers. So a fine tip Sharpie works great for that. If you have a gel pen, that would work also. And that will finish off that card. Doesn't this look so pretty in the background? It really does look like lace. So that will finish off that card. Now we're going to move along to our second card projects in 5 easy steps. For this card, I created the same 2 flowers, but I just used the yellow cardstock, and I did use my my petal shaper and did the same thing. Okay, and then instead of a darker green leaf, I thought we would go a little bit lighter on our greenery, and I only did one of the leaves that had the little circle on the top. Okay, that's going to be my focal point for my home panel. What I had did was created the same frame, but instead of using vellum, I decided to use white cardstock instead for this card. So this will be our home panel. I'm going to arrange my flowers on here. This time I'm going to arrange them in this corner here. Now for this home panel, the flower petals I tucked underneath the frame, whereas our first card I let overhang. Okay, I wanted to do something a little bit different. Okay, now we're going to move along to step number 3 and create a greeting, which I already did. I did the same thing with the same stamp set. This time I just chose the greeting that says "You inspire me." And I'm going to have this overhang here. And for this one, I'm going to fishtail the end here. There we go. That looks a little crooked. Let me fix that. For step number 4, which is my background, what I did was emboss the same color of cardstock that we did for our first flower. Okay, and then I did use my ink pad and I went over it the same way we did with the vellum on this card. Okay, so we have a real pretty, isn't that gorgeous? Real pretty background. And I'm going to do the same thing with a piece of white cardstock. This is a 1-inch strip, so it's a little bit thinner than our first card. That's all there is to that background. I'm going to go ahead and add some glue behind my home panel, and then we'll tack this down right on the front. This one has a lot of texture in it, so I think that white strip kind of breaks it up a little bit. Okay, for step number 5, which is finishing touches, I'm just going to add a few of my gems. Lovely. And then I'm going to take another bow, and I'm going to add this one to the bottom here too. Kind of like that rustic look of that bow. And that will finish that card. So 2 fun cards today using some Altenew products. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you get a chance to check out the brand new release from Altenew. That embossing folder is just gorgeous. I think you guys are going to love it. And also the styluses are pretty fun. If you want to curl up your petals, it does really put a unique on any kind of floral die cut. Thanks so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for sticking with me to the end. I have 2 more videos that you guys might be interested here. If you guys are new and like the content that you see, click that subscribe button and also the notification bell. That way for future videos, be notified. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It sure does help the channel. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.